Welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson. And man, just going to do a little quick review on this past week 3. Everybody kind of said their piece. Always come in day after all the talk of the previous week of the games that just got through being played, basically, Monday night and everything. Week 3, and you guys already know, like with me, a lot of times, I basically only really, like I said, football, it's a marathon. So any and everything can happen. That's why I think when they have these power rankings, it's the stupidest thing. This is not college football where it's strength of schedule and stuff like that. It's who butt you whip to get to you need to get to the playoffs and in order to get to the Super Bowl. That's really what it comes down to. You can rank the bottom. You can go in the week 13, 14, bottom of the barrel, and you just a couple of games out and finish miraculously with a 9-7 or a 10-6 record and went out and ended up winning the Super Bowl. Just go ask the Giants have done that. So that has happened, right? You don't ever want to be in a hole, but those things do happen. And one of the things I've seen so far light in the season that I've seen, especially the last couple of weeks, right? And, like I said, it's a trend. I know I've seen like last week, you got the Rams and the Bills 32-35. You have the Titans and Vikes 31-30. You have the Cowboys and Seahawks 31-38. Week before that, 35-30 Pats and Seahawks. Jags, I think is Jags and the Jags and the Titans, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, 33-30. Cowboys and the Falcons 40-39. Bengals and the Browns 30-35. The thing that I'm getting, you seeing a lot of games. All of these teams are putting up 30-some odd points. Really, in other words, some points are being scored, but it's not a lot of good defense that's being played right about now. And that's probably to be expected, being that them guys really wasn't working on no tackling and whatnot, and how this whole COVID-19 is throwing this thing upside down. So you're not getting no crisp tackling. You're not getting no good defense really being played. I mean, Pittsburgh playing pretty good, I suppose. About the only, team kind of playing relatively somewhat decent defense, I suppose. But everybody, this is all about scoring and whatnot in this league, but there's not a lot of good defense being played. And even some of your top teams, top teams that everybody looks at, especially like even with the Seahawks, I just kind of realized them like, the Seahawks defense has given up quite a few points over since everything pretty much started. And everything, but just to kind of go through some of these things, that's just a little something I've seen. Just like, it's a lot of points that's being scored. And not a lot of good defense is being played right about now. But just through just week 3, just going over a few different things, like Dolphins and Jaguars, you sit up there and see what what's his name, Fitzmagic, I think, talked about the dude or whatever like that. But he'll turn into a pumpkin in a couple of weeks. They got a little win against the Jaguars and whatnot. But again, the team ain't really going nowhere. What I tell y'all, you got the Bears and the Falcons, and that's 30-26. Got Trubisky gets benched for the relief pitcher. All right, it was just a matter of time before that was going to happen. You guys, I know I've talked about that. It was a matter of time. Again, like I said, we'll see what Nick Foles does, but Nick Foles is a career relief pitcher, right? Rams and Bills. Allen's looking good. Josh Allen looking good. People say, well, you talked about Josh Allen a little bit when he's coming out. I said, not really. I didn't talk about Josh Allen. I just find it ironic that a quarterback barely played, had one basically good year. The next thing you know, he's being like in the top 5, top 10 draft pick. He doesn't really have any college credentials as for just had 1 year when he made all-MAC second team, and he had one good year. My point of it is that if that's another type of particular quarterback, he has to have a plethora of accolades to even get drafted in the top 10, top 15, top 20 in the league, right? So that's what I'm talking about when I talked about Josh Allen. I'm not just saying it's not fair. I'm not saying that the guy didn't have talent, big arm and all this kind of stuff, but you see how he's being used. All the things that he was not known for, but now they make it up. They try to turn him into like he's like a little kid, like a Cam Newton or a guy like that going to run a little bit and do like some of the other quarterbacks do. I just find it ironic that you had that particular quarterback, right? Who basically, like I said, is mimicking off of what black quarterbacks did for years, and that was frowned upon for so many years, but now it's looked upon as like, oh, that's the thing to do. And this guy, he's doing it pretty good, but he's having a good year. And like I said, and he's bringing the Bills back, I guess. But we'll see. Still early. You got the Skins. They're going to always be the Skins to me. So, that's how they go. I know they was going to go down to the Browns. Browns have a lot of talent on that team. And Nick Chubb's right now to me is the best, pretty much pound for pound. Like I said, the best, right now, just give it to him and just let him do his thing back in the league. You got your guys like Kamara's and the McCaffreys and all them guys and Cook and all them guys can sit up there and catch the ball, run the ball, and stuff like that. But like I say, Chubbs is a downhill runner, and they got Kareem Hunt. They got some talent. If they just don't get in each other's way, they get that the AFC North can be an interesting picture further on down the line because they got a real nice running game, and I think they'll realize it. Don't be trying to put that ball in Baker's hands all the time and try to turn him into something that he might not possibly really even be. You know what I'm saying? You go to we go up here to who else it was up there playing. These guys, from them, you got the Titans and the Vikings, 31-30. Titans, guys, they play good football, solid defense. They play solid defense, solid running game, decent quarterback play from Tannehill. And again, the Vikings are 0-3 now, and Kirk Cousins getting $28 million a year. But I digress. But I've beaten that horse down as much as I possibly can. I've proven my point. Pats and the Raiders, 36-20. Like I said, even if you're dealing with that, like I said, Cam is not going to wow nobody with a bunch of accuracy. He's never been like that. If you know what I'm saying, Cam, strong running game, plays some tough defense. He throw the ball 20 times a game, get you maybe 200 yards, maybe 2 touchdowns, dink and dunk, and they're going to shove the ball down your throat, and he's going to run it down your throat. They keep that up, they will, again, win the AFC East. Niners and the Giants don't even talk about that because them guys had a bunch of third and fourth stringers out there beat the Giants, and we'll see where they're going to end up. Who knows? The Giants may not even win a game. Who knows? I don't know. They had Daniel Jones. They might not even win another game. Bengals and the Eagles played their tie. I don't even see why it's still a tie in football nowadays anyway. They should just let them guys play. Some of the poor play calling, selection, missed opportunities, goes to a tie. Shouldn't even have a tie in today's game. Texans and Steelers. Deshaun Watson needs help. They want to lose another game. Bill O'Brien need to go because it's just not happening over there. It's just not happening. Big Ben starting to get a rhythm back and whatnot, so we'll see what happens with that. Colts, they played against the Jets. I ain't going to even talk. There's no reason to even talk about that. You got the Panthers beat the Chargers. Like I said, Panthers, Bridgewater got them a W. That's good. Good to see that happen with them. Like little running game they had. Lions, Cardinals. Cardinals let that one get away. There's no reason. There's no way the Lions are even supposed to beat them. My man Kyler threw a couple of ints. Couple of picks, but still should have won that game. Just a couple of poor decisions on that thing there. Buccaneers, the Broncos, no, I ain't even talk about that. Cowboys and Seahawks, but Cowboys lost. They 1-2 now. I ain't pushing no panic button or nothing like that. Like I say, it's a marathon, but at the same time, let me tell you this here. Dallas defense has damn near given up in the past 2 weeks. In the past 2 weeks, Dallas defense has almost given up 40 points a game. They damn near give up 80 points. 80 points. So they gave, let me see, what did they, 78 points, something like 78 points or whatever. I'm like, come on, man. They have given up almost 80 points. That's 40 points a game. Their defense is putrid. The only somebody that's playing on that defense right now is Aldon Smith. And to show you how a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, this guy haven't played football in 5 years, and he's their best defensive player right now. Where's Jalen Smith? Where's DeMarcus Lawrence? Where are all these guys? Where's the linebackers? Where's the secondary? Where are all these guys at? All a bunch of hype and smoke. That's going to be my team probably to the day I die. But all the hype and smoke every year, and this is the time. I'm like, it's still early. Need to get the ball in Zeke's hands. He needs to start. He needs to break loose. It's time for him to break loose. It's time for him to do that and whatnot. Dak putting up all them yards, and it's like it's even a game to that. I might talk about that later. But the defense is not so much the offense, even though they got everybody is injury riddled right now. Everybody. Okay, so they're still putting up points. They can't stop nobody when they need to stop somebody. Packers and the Saints, like I said, man, Rodgers is zipping that ball all over the place, and I don't care what anybody say. And I said this last year, Keep playing with that Tyson Hill thing that Sean Payton called himself. Keep doing. Keep on doing that. He is not a quarterback. He's a good utility, good football player. Use him as such. You don't take the ball out of a future Hall of Famer that you keep claiming to end up doing that. And like I say, Breeze, some of that arm strength, that stuff been going. I've been looking at that for the past couple of years. The Chiefs, everybody else is playing. Them guys on another level. If that defense continues to because that defense is starting to look pretty damn good. That defense keeps doing what it's doing, the offense is going to score. That defense, as a matter of fact, keep doing what it's doing right now. I'll damn near go on record and say ain't nobody going to beat them. Ain't nobody going to beat them. Mahomes and Reed, them guys are playing on another level, man. Them guys are on another realm of existence right now when it comes to playing ball. And hell, the Ravens is a hell of a team that can run that ball, but that was the science. The science is what they're supposed to do. It's not about Lamar throwing the ball and stuff like that. He was just off. He was off. The main thing, they run the ball and then they get them throws. Run the ball, that's what gets them going and whatnot. They weren't able to really run the ball with Ingram and whatnot. And it might be time to sit up there and get my man J.K. Dobbins up in there and start letting him get a little, getting his beak wet and whatnot. Yeah. And that's kind of my wrap up with that thing there, man. But it's like, that's what's going on right about now. In the league and stuff. It's going to be interesting to see what Week 4 is going to bring up. But that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of points are being scored. Not a lot of good solid defense is being played right now. But then again, like I said, this is only, Week 3. So we getting ready to go into Week 4. But it's like, this is what's going on right now. So, again, like I say, man, going to go back real quick when we're talking about the whole thing about with Dallas. And I'm going to use this thing with Dak. And see, this year's pivotal. It's a reason why Jerry Jones is not giving Dak that money. This year is pivotal because what happens is whenever you're getting ready to play, that type of money that's getting ready to be, is going to be shelled out to him. A quarterback has to have a particular type of killer instinct. He has to have that somewhere on it, can carry a team. And I don't think Jerry Jones has the confidence thinking that he can straight up carry a team. Well, he really shouldn't have to carry a team. He has a running game, has one of the best backs in the league where you can bludgeon them to death and go over the top, play action passing. It's shooting fish in a barrel. And he should be able to do that. But the way Jones looks at it, if I'm going to pay you this amount of money, you put the team on your back like a Tom Brady, like an Aaron Rodgers and guys like that who don't have anything around them but their arm or their wits of the game and great coaching. Okay? And whatnot, or Brett Favre and stuff like that. And I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm just saying right now, they need to, so right now, the whole thing, you have a running game. A lot of them other quarterbacks didn't have that running game, but you have that. You can pull off a Troy Aikman type thing. Y'all have the kind of players to do that, and it's just not being done. But I'm like, still early. So we'll see what ends up happening, man. Like I tell you guys all the time, there's no greatest of all time as long as time's still going on. And like I tell you, numbers don't lie and get emotional. People do. Y'all have a good one.